Welcome, everyone, to Spiritual Sanctuary. My name is Bertena, and I am your host. Today, we're going to talk about reclaiming your energy. And we're going to talk about a word that people hear all the time, but they may not understand, and that's Reiki. We're going to also discuss how Reiki is self-healing, not just helping others, helping heal others, and how it's part of my sacred priestess path. So what I want you to do before we begin, I want to invite you to truly arrive where you are, not just mentally, but physically, emotionally, and energetically. So if you can, just soften your body, maybe shift your position or let your spine lengthen, but do this all very gently. Allow your shoulders to drop and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose and exhale. Allow your jaw to soften, your belly to relax. And let your hands rest gently wherever they feel supported. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. You don't need to fix anything or perform. You don't need to have the answers. This moment is about returning to your breath, returning to your body, and returning to yourself. And that, listeners, is where healing begins. So first, I want to talk about what Reiki really is. Many times it's described as energy healing, but I want to slow that down because those words can feel distant until you experience them. Reiki is not something that you force. It's not something that you control. And it's not something that you achieve. Reiki is something that you allow. It's a remembering, and it's a remembering that your body already knows how to heal, especially when it feels safe enough to do so. As you'll learn in my classes, Reiki comes from Japan, and the word itself carries meaning. Rei, R-E-I, means universal or divine wisdom. Ki, K-I, is life force energy. This is the same energy moving through your breath right now without effort. The same energy that allows your body to repair your heart to beat, your intuition to speak. Reiki's not outside of you. It's something that you connect with. And at the heart of Reiki 1 is something deeply simple and deeply radical. Returning to yourself. And for many women, this is unfamiliar because you have to be taught to. You have to be taught to hold everything together, to take care of everyone else, to push through exhaustion and ignore your body and silence your needs. And over time, you become disconnected. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just disconnected. Reiki gently interrupts this. It creates a pause, and in that pause, something begins to shift. You begin to notice your breath again. You begin to feel your body again, and you begin to hear your inner voice again, and slowly you begin to come home. Now, I want you to pause here, and I want you to feel this. Just gently place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a slow breath in and exhale. Now gently sway your body from side to side very slowly. Allow your body to move in a way that feels natural. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, just movement. You might notice tension or emotion. There might be some softness or even resistance. But all of this is welcome. And this is what it means to begin coming home. Now, you might wonder with Reiki 1 why certification matters. Why not just learn it on my own? And the truth is, you can explore it on your own. But certification creates something different. It creates a sacred container. A moment where you say, I'm ready to choose myself. I'm ready to understand my energy, and I'm ready to support my healing. And that decision matters because healing doesn't begin when life is perfect. It begins when you decide you're worth your own care. Now, I am of the Usui Reiki lineage, and in Reiki 1, we honor the roots of this practice through Mikao Usui. You're stepping into a lineage, a practice that has supported healings for generations. We explore chakras, your energy centers, self-healing hand positions, and attunements, the energetic openings. And each piece builds your understanding and your trust. Now let's look at chakras. These are not just concepts, but they are lived experiences. Your root chakra is where you hold your safety. Your sacral is where your emotions and creativity live. Your solar plexus holds your power, and your heart holds your love. Your throat holds your truth, your third eye, your intuition, and your crown connection. And when you begin to work with these, you begin to understand yourself, and that changes everything. I absolutely love working with chakras, whether it's with Reiki or yoga or somatic therapy or just every day with crystals, with my hands, with the pendulum, with cards. Now, I want to do a chakra body scan. So I want you to close your eyes and begin to bring the awareness to your root chakra. The root is where you're sitting. Then bring it up to your sacral, which is just below your belly button. Move slowly up the body to your solar plexus, just below your rib cage, to your heart and your throat, to your third eye, just between your eyes on your forehead, and through your crown. I want you to notice where you feel open, where you feel tight, and where you feel numb. Just take a few moments for that. There's no judgment, just awareness. Now, self-healing is the heart of Reiki 1, and I want to say this clearly because it's really important. This is not about fixing yourself. It's about being with yourself. You learn how to place your hands on your body, not to force anything to change, but to offer presence, to offer warmth, and to offer support. And your body responds to that. Your nervous system begins to settle. Your breath deepens. Your mind quiets. And in that space, healing begins to happen naturally. not because you made it happen, but because you allowed it to happen. The attunement process is one of the most sacred parts of Reiki 1. And it's something that is difficult to fully explain because it's meant to be experienced. It's quiet, it is subtle, but it is very powerful. Many women feel emotional and some feel peaceful. Some feel like something has shifted in a way that they cannot quite put into words. And what is actually happening is remembering. It's a soft opening and a reconnection. Now, while I deeply honor traditional Reiki, what I bring into this work is something more embodied, more feminine, and more connected to the Priestess path. Because Reiki is not separate from the Priestess path, it is part of it. The Priestess path is not about titles or roles. It's about devotion and awareness and responsibility for your own energy. It's about learning to tend to yourself daily, to create ritual, to listen deeply, and to move with intention. And Reiki becomes one of the foundational practices of that path because it teaches you how to be in relationship with your energy every single day. In my classes, we also connect deeply to the divine feminine. And this is important because many women have only been taught how to operate from doing and pushing and achieving. And the divine feminine invites something different. It invites you to soften, to receive, and to trust, to stop proving, and to start allowing. And for many women, that's the most challenging and the most healing part. We also explore Kundalini energy. That's your life force energy that lives at the base of your spine. This is your creative energy, your intuitive energy, your spiritual energy. And when it's supported gently and safely, it begins to rise through your body, awakening your energy centers and helping you feel more connected, more alive, and more present. Not in an overwhelming way, but in a grounded, embodied way. And this is where somatic movement comes in, because healing is not just something you understand, it's something you feel. So through gentle movements and breath work and intuitive expression, we allow the body to release what it's holding. We allow the body to release tension and emotions and stress. We let it move. And in doing that, you begin to feel like yourself again. Not the version of you that's holding everything together, but the version of you that's alive, connected, and present. Reiki 1 is gentle, it is supportive, and it meets you exactly where you are. You do not need experience, you don't need to be spiritual enough, and you don't need to have everything figured out. You simply just need a willingness to show up. Now, if you have a pull towards this work, I want you to trust that. That quiet voice matters, that curiosity matters, that feeling of this might be for me matters, because Reiki is not just something you learn, it's something you remember. Now, I would love to invite you into this experience. I'm offering an in-person Reiki 1 certification class this Sunday, April the 12th? Yep, from 1 to 5 p.m. at Cosmic Connections. The investment for this is $199 for the full certification, and if you've taken Reiki 1 with me before, you're welcome to return with a refresher of $99. This price will be going up after this session. This is an introductory session. So maybe think and take advantage of this. Everyone who attends will receive my training manual, along with access to the online course, and you can continue this journey after class ends. We also meet on Zoom the 5th Thursday, whenever that falls in, and practice. We also meet in person at the store on the 4th Sunday and practice, and all those are for free. Now you can register at our sponsor's website, yourcosmicconnections.com, yourcosmicconnections.com, or at my website, bertena.org, bertena.org. And if you can't attend in person but you still feel called, I offer private Reiki 1 training both in person and on Zoom. These are personalized sessions where we move at your pace and focus on what you need. I give you the online class and the book for you to work through, and that will help with a lot of the time to cut the time down for one-on-one. So you can simply email me and we can begin that conversation together. My email is Bertena, Bertena, at bertena.org, bertena.org. So before we close, I want you to place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale slowly and gently say to yourself, I'm allowed to heal. I'm allowed to receive. And I'm allowed to come home to myself. I want to thank you for being here with me today. And if this episode touched you, please share it with another woman who may need this reminder. And I hope to see you soon in class, in community, and on this beautiful path of healing, embodiment, and becoming. And while I have you here, if you would like to know more information about what I offer, please go to my website at bertena.org, scroll down to the bottom, and sign up for my newsletter. Also, if you feel called, please leave a comment or review wherever you get your podcast, and that will put you into a drawing for a $10 gift card from Cosmic Connections. But if you don't feel like doing all of that, you can simply use the code for online shopping, or I think also in-person shopping, Bertena, Bertena podcast, podcast, 10, and get 10% off whatever you order online or in the store. So, I hope to see you. I wish you well in your healing, and good evening.